What's up guys, it's Maxwell coming at you from the Moochers again, and today we've got CWL Rising Week 8 action. Facing off against Red Elephino, you guys can see that we came away with the victory here, 85-83 by 2 stars, so a solid one. Both sides able to clear all the 11s. We're gonna get to the stats a bit later as usual, guys. Let's start off with a couple of nice attacks, and we're gonna kick off with Smelly Reefer, who, from what I have seen so far, is one of the best Town Hall 9s inside the Moochers for sure. Luring out the Clan Castle here with a Hawk Rider and a Balloon is gonna get a Valkyrie out, the Baby Dragon and the Witch, and that of course means that he has got everything that he needed. Also gets a Skeleton Trap. Those are ground skeletons, so they are relatively insignificant for his air attack, but of course always nice to get them out of the way anyways. Yeah, and probably for here Ethan and Ash, for Red Elephino defending. Probably don't want to place a Skeleton Trap there, because if somebody's going to lure out your Clan Castle, he's going to lure out the Skelly Trap as well. Or at least he's going to be able to, and that's not very good for you. So yeah, Smelly Reefer coming in with the Queen Walk here. Actually is a really awesome Queen Charge. He's gonna jump into the space pretty soon. You guys will see that in a moment. Coming in with the Wall Breakers first, of course, cracking the outside wall, and then he's gonna place the jump spell shortly here to access the enemy Queen. Wizards and minions have been doing the funnel over at 12 o'clock, so looking good in that department as well. There goes the jump spell right over that next wall. Rage spell necessary because of the air sweeper, and 2 point defenses there. Gets the first air sweeper out of the way, and the other one is not really gonna bother him with his Laloon, as you guys will see soon. Gets the expo, gets the second air defense in a moment, and then he's gonna get the enemy Queen. Take her out of the way with the poison spell. Didn't really even need that poison spell, but decided to use it anyways. Since he already saw the ground skeleton trap, he's probably not gonna have to worry about air skellies with his Lalo, or maybe even only one, so yeah, that can also then, of course, very easily be negotiated by the Lava Pups. His hounds get a couple of red bombs out of the way early. Couple of good haste spells there towards the outside. And that's actually all the spells he has for Laloons. So really banking on his balloons to be able to overpower the rest of the space. And looks like they are absolutely going to. Lava Hounds have popped at this point. Queen is losing her healers to the air defense up top, but that's insignificant at this point because there's not a lot of damage left in the base. As a matter of fact, the last arch tower and the last point defense, they're going down in this moment. Queen being retarded, instead of targeting the mortar, she's going through the wall, targeting this elixir collector here, which is closer to her. So the loons that would have been able to do some nice cleanup at the bottom actually are venturing towards the top. But it's all good. It's going to be a 3-star. Nice job to Smelly Reefer, who once again came away with the 6-pack this war as well. So shout out to him. Awesome performance. That's moving us on up to number 20. 5 numbers up, where we have Lion coming in here, trying to slay Remy of Red Elephino, and going to do so with the Shattered Hobo attack here. Yeah, coming in with a couple wizzies behind the golems, creating the funnel, looking very good on the golems here, easy targeting onto those mortars. The wizzies able to not take very much damage after that. Opening jump spell, it's always nice and relaxing whenever you can use an opening jump spell and don't have to break the wall, because it's just less of a worry. Bolas Random, guys, take a look at what he's gonna do with his queen here soon. He knows it's a Lava Hound in the Clan Castle, so for that reason, he is not sending the Queen into his kill squad. Gonna suicide the Queen at the bottom here, get a couple of defenses for Queen, and also set some Hawk Pathing. Very smart job on that. With the King and Bolas, he gets an Expo, gets, of course, the enemy Queen out of the way. That is so important. King ability, able to do that there, and then the Queen is gonna come in at the bottom, take out the Wizard Tower, a Mortar, and as I already said, just improve the Hawk Pathing overall. Probably avoiding a couple of giant bombs there, and maybe also a couple of spring traps, just due to suiciding the Queen at the bottom. The first giant bomb has popped in the Tesla Wizzy Tower farm. They're pretty obvious giant bombs, so nice heal spell to get that out of the way. Ground Skellies are now in effect. Has a poison spell though. He's gonna use a heal spell first for his Hawks. Queen gets the Archer Tower there. That's also nice. Just some additional value. Still has 2 poison spells. He's probably gonna save at least one for the rare occasion that the queen would pop the hound here, but we're gonna see on that. He's actually not gonna use any poison spell. He could definitely use one. There we go. There's 1 poison spell. There's 2 poison spells actually right away on the king and the defensive skeleton traps, but that's not gonna be able to stop him. Even has a couple hogs left for cleanup. So yeah, a nice overkill here by Lion on base number 20 with the hogs. Always a pleasure to watch those. And yeah, looks like the gold storage is going to be the last building to go. That's going to be it. That moves us on to number 19, where we have Gummy Pop coming in right here with the Channel 9 versus 9 3-star and the third different army that we have seen. This time we've got a quad Lalo, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's a Lava on the Clan Castle. I just sort of watched this attack previously here on ×4 speed. As you guys know, busy Sundays as usual, so I cannot quite remember what's in the Clan Castle here. Could also still be bowlers, but I think it's a Lava Hound. We're going to find out shortly. Anyways, 21 balloons and Gummy Pop. Was that him? I know that somebody brought the 10 barbarians last week. This time we've got 7 barbarians again for cleanup. I think that was him. I'm not quite sure. You guys, I'm sure, will enlighten me either in the comment section or on the Moochers Discord server. So yeah, Clan Castle is Vaby here, and he's gonna be able to take care of that with his heroes and a poison spell, no problem whatsoever. Queen getting an air defense after and an archer tower, so that's nice also for her to get a couple extra buildings. And then yes, there goes the level 4 Lava Hound from the Clan Castle, starting him right off here. And then, of course, this attack strategy is so overpowered because you have all the spells for your Laloon potion, well, except one little Dark Elixir spell here that was definitely used to kill a Clan Castle. But other than that, you've got all the spells for the Laloon potion, and you can just pretty much spam the base to death with spells. That's always very nice, so that's why this attack strategy is so overpowered as well. So yeah, he's gonna absolutely smash this base, and big amount of troops left. The air skeleton traps are targeting onto his Lava Hounds, at least mostly onto his Lava Hounds. That's also gonna be nice because that's eventually gonna pop the Lava Hounds, or at least not damage the balloons. The barbarians are in on cleanup duty. Yeah, usual cleanup with an air attack are of course barbarians. No, it's pretty funny to use barbarians with an air attack. Just some extra swag points here for Gummy Pop. And yeah, that's gonna be GG for base number 19, and that is gonna move us on to the 4th and last Channel 9 attack that we are gonna watch inside this recap. It's sort of a short recap, guys, but we're gonna get to that in a bit. Let's first watch Scotty B here on number 16. Secret Weapon is gonna get smashed with the B-Witch attack strategy, guys. This here a very good example to use the B-Witch attack strategy on, which is also part of the reason why I picked this attack. Both expos are pretty accessible. They're both going to get taken out early here, and that is something that is very crucial for B-Witch. That always really helps out. Also, the enemy heroes are not really any worry. He's going to be able to deal with the enemy queen just with his witches. That is so nice. And his kill squad is going to get one expo, his witches are going to get the other one there, and whenever you are able to take care of both expos so easily, it's pretty much always a 3-star with the B-Witch attack, so at Tower 9 of course. So yeah, that's what he was able to do in this case. Looks like he's gonna have a golem stuck on the wall there, a couple golemites actually. Meanwhile in the middle his king and bowlers have been able to do some absolutely nice work there, taking out a lot of buildings already. Queen is gonna jump into that gold storage compartment near the town hall there, get a couple more valuable buildings. Wizard Tower's back end now, but of course with 2 healers on the witches on both sides, the Wizzy Towers are not going to be able to do too much against the witches. One Wizard Tower cannot even keep up with 1 healer, so yeah, that's what makes this attack strategy so quote-unquote overpowered. I just want to say strong. It's not overpowered because you can definitely defend against it. I have seen bases that you are absolutely not able to 3-star with B-Witch. So anyways, Scotty B here wrapping up the nice triple on base number 16 with a bunch of witches and even his queen left alive. So nice job to him. That moves us to number 9 and the only 10v10 that we got inside this war. So of course, it is very difficult to get a lot of 10v10s with such a small breakdown. 3 Town Hall 11s and only 8 Town Hall 10s. That does not make for very many Town Hall 10 against 10 hits, because you of course also have to get the Town Hall 11s out of the way. And our side really struggled with the 11s this war. We had 14 attacks to get the enemy 3 Town Hall 11s out. Guys, what is up with my words today? We took 14 attacks to get the 3 enemy Town Hall 11s out of the way. That is a lot of hits, so we did not have very many 10v10 attempts. Hence, only one 10v10 when we came up with 3 last week. So yeah, that's that, but still it was enough to win the war here with one 10v10 and only one dip fail. Our opponents, Reddit Elephino, failed 2 dips, and that made all the difference in the world. You guys already saw that it was a 2-star win, and that's of course one less dip fail and one more 10v10 because they actually had 0. So shout out to our base builders, Moochers bases, holding strong this week, not giving up any 10v10s, not even the lowest base. So yeah, it was still enough to win the war, although we only got one 10v10 and had a dip fail, but yeah, it's all good. A win in the end is a win. So this is the only 10v10 that we can enjoy. As you guys can see, it was sort of a strange close one as well. The balloons all petered out, but we had a couple lava hounds tanking for the queen, who actually ended up sniping those backhand defenses there. So yeah, a little bit of a strange war for us all around. I was not able to watch a lot of it. As you guys know, I'm tied in with a lot of other stuff, but happy to get this one in the end. Big swarm of lava pup skeletons and minions there, able to kill the last archer tower. So shout out to Nbot for grabbing the one and only 10v10 this war. And we're gonna check out one 10v11 because this one has a pretty decent percentage here by many, and it's a pretty funny army as well. Check it out, guys. 2 golems, 30 bowlers. Straight up, just straight up, 2 golems, 30 bowlers, and let's rock and roll. So awesome stuff here to many, getting this base out of the way with 64%. So that was definitely pretty cool to watch. And yeah, in this case, the 3rd golem was actually in a clan castle, so he decided that a level 6 clan castle golem would be more valuable than some level 5 bowlers. That's of course always the attacker's choice. I personally like to go with those maxed bowlers in the clan castle. Couple of bowlers actually walked on many here, but luckily most of them turned back around, except that one stupid bowler that decided to bang his way through the wall and do absolutely nothing there. So yeah, still a bunch of bowlers ending up on the town hall. He has used all his spells at this point. He's at 41%, so you might say, ooh, maybe not looking too hot, but as you can see, a nice split here by his troops. Queen obviously still has her ability. King is going to be doing some tanking, and he's going to be able to wrap up more than enough percentage here on the bottom side. With the king getting out in front, tanking for queen, king banging through the wall. Queen is also going to bang through the wall. The mortar doing damage to the queen, but still it's going to get taken out soon enough. And yeah, queen obviously with her ability still is going to be able to do some more nice work. King is still tanking, and a bunch of little troops there also doing some damage onto the remaining part of this base. And many here wrapping up with the 64% 2-star on base number 2. So very nicely done to him as well. Stats for this war, guys. We took 14 hits for their 311 bases. They took 7 for ours, though they were twice as good, I guess. 10 versus 11. No, we really struggled. Definitely have to clean it up for next week. 10v10s, we had 1, they had 0. And then Dipfelds already said it as well. We had 1, they had 2. So shout out to Reddit Elephino. Nice war. Pleasure warring you guys. Good sports as always. And yeah, really enjoyed it. That's gonna do it for today's recap, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next week, I will see you all later. Peace out.